Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Leon. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see everybody on this Friday afternoon. It's Friday, October 11th, 2:40 Eastern Time. You're wondering, what is Leon doing on here now? Let me tell you, there's no guest today. It's just me telling you about an experience that I had yesterday and today that I want to encourage all of you to have as well. I had a colonoscopy this morning. Yes, I did. No, you're not going to see videos of the colonoscopy. No, but I wanted you to know how it went and about the prep and all those things, right? This is my third one, third or fourth. Man, I've even lost count. I think it's actually number four. But anyway, so here's the deal. So my primary doctor says it's time for you to get a colonoscopy. Here, call this place and get it done. So I call, make an appointment, and was actually supposed to get it done back in June, but I was sick, and they recommended that I not go through it with it while I was sick. So I rescheduled for today, the 11th of October. So the first thing that happens is, they get all your information, insurance information. Want to make sure they get paid, right? You know how all that stuff works. Then once it was scheduled, they emailed me a letter, and in that letter was an attachment like the one I'm going to show you now. This attachment basically talked about the instructions. Is basically what it was, right? Talked about what's going to happen when you take uh, the bowel preparation, which means you're going to drink something so that they can make sure your colon is clean. Talked about what you should do 1 week in advance and the day beforehand, right? So it gives you all this information and it even tells you, you see right here at 6 p.m., the night before your procedure, and even 5 hours before your procedure, and when to stop drinking things and all of that, right? It pretty much tells you what to do. So my uh, doctor that performed the colonoscopy also, they have partnered the group that I got the colonoscopy through. They've partnered with a company that automatically sends you the prep kit. And this is the prep kit that they sent. It's called Suflave, Suflave. And what comes in here, of course, some instructions and all, but you get two of these bottles that are very similar to like 32-ounce Gatorade bottles. You get two of them in this kit with instructions, and each bottle is already loaded with some powder. So the medication, the mixture is right in here. And the other thing that you have to be mindful of is according to the instructions that I had, and I'm showing them to you here, according to these instructions, um, the day before the procedure, you must remain on clear liquids all day and complete all of your prep. So, clear liquids. And you must complete all of the prep, which means both bottles of the prep I had to complete. Both of these bottles. Again, both of them were had powder in them already, and I put in a flavor pack with lukewarm water, but I'll get to that. So, in preparation for Thursday's clear liquids, I had to go buy some things. So I went to the supermarket and I bought some Seagram's ginger ale, and they consider it to be clear if you can see through it. And so ginger ale is good, right? I got some Gatorade. They recommended some sports drink. Um, Also got some lemon lime Italian ice. That went down really good. Got some Mott's apple juice, some chicken broth and beef broth. And you can season it, salt, pepper, and so forth, but no meats or anything in it, right? Folgers coffee, they said coffee was okay as long as it was black, and the same thing with tea. And of course, bottled water. Okay, so that's what I purchased from the supermarket on Wednesday evening, in preparation for the clear liquid diet on yesterday. Now, let's go back to the instruction list, and we'll talk about some things on this list. So you can see here on the instruction list some of the things that it tells us to do, it tells me to do is the day before your procedure, you must remain on clear liquid. So we've talked about that some, right? So then all of Thursday, all of yesterday, I was on clear liquids. And then that actually got the tide rolling a little bit. The tide from both ends, if you understand what I mean. It started the process. And then you see here it says it's 6 o'clock the night before your procedure. So that was 6 o'clock last night for me, 6 o'clock Thursday night. And actually, since my procedure was earlier, I actually started this process for me. I started this process at 4 p.m. the day before based on instructions from the nurse at the colonoscopy center. So it says open one enhancing packet and pour the contents into a bottle. One enhancing packet and pour the contents into the bottle. So that's what I did. And so let me show you exactly what I did. And someone's calling me because they're probably watching the video and want some personalized attention. So that means open this, and it had a safety pull on it right here, right? A safety tab. So you pull that off, and there is a powder. There was a powder in here, and they had a little small uh, flavor packet, little small flavor packet. This is not the flavor packet, but I'm going to show you. This is a potassium medication that I take, but it was about this size right here, flavor packet, and you put that flavor packet in, and then you put lukewarm water in here, and you fill it to the fill mark right here. You shake it. Ooh, I still got something in here. You shake it. It's water in here. You shake it and put it in the refrigerator. If you look at back at the instructions, we go back to that instruction page. For best taste, refrigerate the solution for an hour before drinking, but don't freeze it, and drink 8 ounces of the solution every 15 minutes until the bottle is empty. So I actually used a measuring cup, measuring glass, measuring container to make sure I was getting exactly 8 ounces. And then I poured that into a coffee cup. And I sat here in the studio, or I sat in my living room or den and watched television and just kind of sipped it along with some water. The first couple of 8 ounce servings were okay. As they got colder from being in the refrigerator longer, initially they were okay, but toward the end, when you have like a cup and a half left, ugh, it got nasty. It got nasty. And I did get some slight cramping, um, one vomiting episode, but that was it. And I just felt kind of droggy, down, a little tired as I was taking that prep. And then if we go to the uh, back to the instructions, we see on the instruction sheet that it says drink 8 ounces of the solution every 15 minutes until the bottle is empty, which I did. And it also says drink an additional 16 ounces of water during the evening. And so I did that, followed the instructions, and also had some chicken broth and some other things Thursday night. Italian ice, all the things that I showed you before that they said it was okay to have the water, coffee, chicken broth, the apple juice, the Italian ice, the Gatorade, and the Seagram's ginger ale. So, going later into Thursday night, I felt a little bloated, but nothing really painful. Now, you're probably wondering how long did it take for it to work? And if you're watching, go ahead and if you have a question, put it in the comments. I'll answer your question now. But also, if you have questions, you can send me an email. My name is Leon Thomas. The email address is leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. So you're wondering, right? What happened after you took the first of the two bottles? Well, we're going to tell you what happened when we come back from this short 2-minute commercial. The commercials you're going to see were all produced by members of the Leon Thomas Group, folks that do some work for us, that are college students or recent grads that we provide opportunities to gain experience in broadcasting, media, and other related areas. You can learn more about us by going to our website. That's theleonthomasgroup.com, theleonthomasgroup.com. So when we come back from the commercial break, I'll tell you what happened as I was taking the first bottle and what happened after that. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Announcing the newest show from the Leon Thomas Group, Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Each week, we're going to have kids on the show in their home kitchen, showing us their culinary expertise right here on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen. If you know of a kid that would be great to have on Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen, contact Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group.
His email address is leon at theleonthomasgroup.com.
That's Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com.
Cooking with Kids in the Kitchen.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Hi, it's Robin from LTG Radio reminding you that the holiday shopping season is just a few months away. But you don't have to wait until December to start your shopping. You can do it now by going to Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. That's Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. There's no need to wait. Go to Why Wait? Shop Now. .biz. Start now on that Christmas shopping list. And now, back to more LTG Radio.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Leon Thomas here telling you about my colonoscopy. The commercials you just saw, again, were all done by members of the Leon Thomas Group. We're so proud of the work that our students and interns do. If there's something we can help you with in virtual event production, advertising, online marketing, and even videos like the ones that you saw, feel free to give me a shout. Contact me via email. My email address is leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. Again, that's leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. And if you go to the Leon Thomas Group website. That's going to be the leonthomasgroup.com. And if you click on live, you'll see you'll be able to listen to our radio network, the Leon Thomas Group Radio Network. If you click on at the top where it says listen live, you can listen to our website, listen to all the shows that we have right there on the Leon Thomas Group Radio Network. So, when before we went to break, I was telling you about the colonoscopy, and I'm telling you about how everything tasted now and how long did it take for everything to start popping. Well, 45 minutes, 45 minutes after the first sip, the tide broke. Now, remember, I told you earlier that on the clear liquids, that kind of helped get things started, right? And I'll use the term the tide broke. You understand what I mean, right? So, tide broke, and for about 3 hours, it was constant go, 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 go. And it was like diarrhea, very loose diarrhea, um, very runny. And the first three visits were dark. Then it got yellow. Then it got clear. Felt a little bloated and a couple of bouts with nausea, some slight vomiting, but other than that, very, very manageable. Just kind of weak, kind of tired. But again, nothing scary, nothing earth shattering, nothing that I would needed to call a physician about or anything like that. So after finishing the first 4 cups of 15 ounces, I went back to eating the chicken broth and doing work and so forth. And also, um, that Italian ice was really good. I think the sugar in it kind of helped me. A little bit of Gatorade. Now, my procedure was scheduled for today, Friday, October 11th at 7:30. So I had to be at the surgical center by 6:15. And if we go back to the instructions, we'll see that the instructions indicate that I'm supposed to not have anything to drink 3 hours prior to my arrival, right? So, see, 3 hours prior to my arrival. Now, so I had to be there at 6:15, which means 3 hours before that was 3:15. So I had to get up to take the second bottle of the prep. So although the instructions here said 5 hours beforehand, because of the time that mine was on, I had to move that up. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I mixed the second prep following instructions 1 to 3 above. So I followed the instructions. So what did I do? What does that mean? I go to the second bottle. I took the cap off, ripped open the flavor pack, and remember there's powder in here. I dumped it in, filled it with lukewarm water, and shook it, and then put it in the refrigerator for 1 hour before I started drinking. So I think I started drinking this one at around 2:30. As soon as I started drinking that one, the tide started rolling. It was dark, the first couple, followed by yellow, followed by clear. And I had time to drink 1 cup of water, a cup of soda, and some Gatorade because I couldn't drink anything after 3:15, 3 hours before my arrival time. And so I kept going to the bathroom. Oh, it was rolling again. It's loose, easy to pass, really easy. And again, just some of the taste on this was, yeah, it got kind of yucky near the end, got a kind of heavy, oily, and greasy. and got to the surgical center. And like you do at most medical facilities, fill out the paperwork, you go over to the other side, you wait for your name to get called. Interestingly enough, they had a section on there, what do you want to be called by, your full name, just your first name, or other? I started to put like Leon the Great or something like that on there, but I decided not to do that. They just called me Leon. Okay. So they put a little, the your inpatient ribbon on like they always do at hospitals and so forth. And they called me back, got all the information from me again, just confirmed a lot of things, particularly on when I last took my medications. That was very important to them. They asked me that over and over again. And then went in, put on a gown, and it was one size fits all, definitely big enough to fit me. I'm a big boy, so that fit well. And then they take your blood pressure. They took my glucose stick to see what my blood sugar was, and they put an IV right here in my hand and said, "Okay, we're ready to go." And the doctor came in and said, "Hey, how you doing?" Doctors actually went to did her residency in Pittsburgh, and so we had a little fun time talking about Pittsburgh there. And then the anesthesiologist came over, introduced, and we rolled on into the surgical room. We get in there, and they said, "Lay on your left side and take your right leg and kind of arch it up." So I'm kind of sitting like this, and they said, "Okay, we're about to knock you out." And I said, "You're not going to be able to knock me out." I said, "Let's see. I'll count backwards from 10, and you let me know after surgery how far I get. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm still awake." I said, "Ooh, doesn't look like you know what you're doing." And she says, "You need to give me some 1/100s, 2/100s." I said, "Okay, 1/100, 2/100." Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a recovery room, feeling fine, not an issue at all. Um, Nothing alarming during the colonoscopy. You wake up, they give you some water, Gatorade, apple juice, whatever it is you want to drink. Make sure you can tolerate that. They were very mindful, asking me to not to move too quickly, not to stand too fast. And about a half hour later, I was done. So here's the big thing. All this talk, if you haven't gotten your colonoscopy, all this talk about, oh, they got to drink all that stuff. Yeah, this is what I had to drink. Again, the brand of prep that I used is called Soufflave. That's what my doctor had sent to me. So it was a real easy process, right? Um, so you're looking at once every 5 years, once every 10 years, whatever they recommend for you to do this. It's not bad, it's simple. You're gonna take, again, you took a powder, put it in here, shake it up, and you drink it. Okay. So you run to the bathroom. I'm telling you now you're gonna go, so don't plan on doing anything that day, the day before. That's it. It's really that simple. It was not a hard thing. The first time I did it, it was not hard. The second time, third time, this is not that hard. It's not hard at all. I want to encourage everybody to make sure you get a colonoscopy. And if you want to see my first video, because I think I still have the one from way back when I did my first one, send me an email. The email address is leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. If you have questions about it, send me the question. Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. Even if you're watching right now, I'm going to be here for about another minute or so. Let me know. I'll answer your questions. Now, by the way, I'm not a doctor. I don't work in the medical field, so I'm not here to give you medical advice, right? I'm only sharing my experience with you, and hopefully I can encourage you to get a colonoscopy. Really nothing to it. It's really simple. You don't feel anything as they're doing it, right? And you're up and out. I got there at 6:15, walking out the door at 8:20. Right? It's not a hard thing at all. So I want to encourage everyone to get yourselves taken care of, get your colonoscopy. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. I want to thank our producer, executive producer, Dr. J, for being on the keys in the back, making sure things run right, and reminding you to check out our shows starting on Sunday with Dr. Cedric Brown and his show From the AD's View that airs right here on the Leon Thomas Group Next Network at 8:05 on Sunday. And that'll be after the Ravens beat the Washington Commanders. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Take care, everybody. Get that colonoscopy. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.